Before we begin, I want you to locate something somewhere in your history, not your personal history, but the longer one, the one that runs through your family before you had language for it. There is a belief about luxury. It sounds like this: that is for other people, or we don't do things like that, or do you know what that costs? Or the quieter version: who do you think you are? You didn't author that belief. No one chose to carry it. It arrived the way inherited things always do, invisibly in the background, woven into the texture of how your family moved through the world. And the generations who held it did so for good reason. They were often surviving real scarcity. The belief that luxury was dangerous, wasteful, or out of reach was protective. It kept expectations calibrated to what was available. But you are not them. And the resources available to you are not the resources available to them. And the belief that kept them safe is now the ceiling you keep bumping into every time you reach for the upgrade. This session is a precise, deliberate release of that inherited pattern. We are not going to argue with your ancestors. We are going to honor what they built and then consciously expand beyond it. You carry their resilience and their resourcefulness. What you are releasing today is only the part of the pattern that no longer fits. The reflex that tells you the suite is too much, the first-class seat is for someone else. The table by the window is presumptuous. It is not too much. It is not for someone else. And nothing about receiving premium treatment requires an apology. Over the next 14 minutes, we will move through 7 distinct layers: your identity as someone who receives elevated experience naturally, your inherent relationship to abundance in motion, the specific action that closes the gap between now and the life you are calling in, gratitude for what has already arrived, your deep and non-negotiable worthiness of the future self who is already living the upgraded life, and the integration that locks every layer into place. Take one slow breath, soften your shoulders, let whatever story has been running about what you can and cannot have go quiet. For now, this is your time. You are someone who travels well, not someday, not once you earn a certain number, not once you've proven something to yourself or anyone else. Right now, in this moment, in the body, in the life you have, you are someone who travels well. That is your identity. The upgrade that comes through is not a lucky accident. It is recognition. The airline, the hotel, the restaurant, they are matching the frequency you are putting out. And the frequency you are putting out is, I belong here. Not desperately, not with performance, but with the quiet certainty of someone who has arrived at their natural level. You walk into the lounge and you do not look around wondering if someone will question your right to be there. You sit down, you order, you belong, you check in, and when they offer you the room with the view, the one that costs more and is better in every way, you say yes. Not because you are reckless, but because you are someone who says yes to elevation when elevation is offered. This is your identity now. The person for whom premium experience is the baseline, not the exception. The person who receives luxury without the immediate internal calculation of whether it was deserved. I am someone who travels at a premium level. I receive elevated experiences as a natural match for who I am. I belong in every first-class environment I enter. Let yourself feel it. You are in the seat with the extra 2 feet of legroom, the one that reclines fully flat, the one where they bring you champagne before the door closes, and you accept it easily, the way you accept all things that are meant for you. The window is to your left. Outside it, the city you are leaving is getting smaller. You are going somewhere you have been calling in for longer than you've admitted. The hotel room is above the clouds, not in a hyperbolic way. Literally, you are in a room where the window shows you a sky you have never seen from this angle. The sheets are a thread count that makes your body remember what softness actually feels like. The bath is deep. The view is unobstructed. There is a table on the balcony and you eat breakfast there in the morning light. And it costs more than a week of groceries, and that is completely fine. Money is the medium, not the monument. It moves, and one of the ways it moves is through you, into experiences that expand you, that show you what is possible, that calibrate your nervous system to a higher baseline. The itinerary is real. The destination is real. The abundance that funds it is in motion right now. Abundance flows to me and through me in motion. I receive luxury travel as the natural expression of a life well lived. The experiences I am calling in are already in motion toward me. Here is the thing that the inherited pattern doesn't want you to know. The luxury experience does not come after you have proved you can afford it. The booking is the proof. The action is the signal. When you choose the better room, not the cheapest option, not the one with the asterisk of compromise, you are not spending money. You are making a statement about who you are and what you are available to receive. The universe, the financial system, the law of abundance, the energetic field you are operating in, reads your choices as declarations of identity. Every upgrade you select confirms to the system this person knows their level. The itinerary that costs more than a month of rent is not reckless. It is, in its own way, an act of faith. You are saying, I trust that the resources to match this choice will follow, because they always have, because abundance is not a zero-sum game, because the version of me that takes this trip is more resourceful, more expanded, and more magnetic to opportunity than the version who stayed home to be careful. Book the trip. Choose the suite. Say yes to the upgrade. Let the action precede the certainty. I act from abundance, not from proof. My premium choices confirm my identity and call in resources to match. I say yes to elevation before I have all the evidence. Thank you. Thank you for the upgrade that came through when you didn't expect it, for the lounge access that turned a layover into a pleasure, for the hotel that turned out to be more than what the photos showed, the balcony that faced the water, the staff who treated you as though you were exactly the kind of guest they hoped for. Thank you for the meal at the table by the window, the one where the city was below you, and you sat there long after the plates were cleared because you did not want to leave. For the flight where you arrived, rested instead of depleted. For the room that made you feel, for the first time, what it feels like when the environment is completely aligned with your worth. You have already tasted this, maybe only once, maybe in a small way. But your body knows. Your nervous system has a recording of what it feels like when the experience matches your level. We are not imagining something foreign, we are expanding something already familiar. Thank you for the travel experiences that have already arrived. Thank you for the ones arriving now. I am grateful for every elevated travel experience I have already received. Thank you for the upgrade, the suite, the table with the view. My gratitude opens the channel for more. You were not born into a category of people for whom luxury is off limits. There is no such category. The idea that premium experience belongs to a certain type of person, a person of a particular background, a particular family name, a particular rung on the ladder, is itself an inherited myth. It is the story that keeps the pattern in place. And it is not true. Worthiness is not something you accumulate. It is not the reward at the end of enough sacrifice, enough hustle, enough proving. It is the baseline condition of your existence. You were worthy of elevated experience the moment you arrived. The only thing that has ever stood between you and receiving it fully is a pattern, an old inherited, well-intentioned pattern. And that pattern is releasing now. Every person sitting in first class is not more deserving than you. They are not more intelligent, more disciplined, or more valuable as a human being. They are very often simply operating from a different relationship to receiving, and that relationship is adjustable. It is adjustable right now. In this session, with this breath, you are worthy of the first class seat, the 5-star suite, the table by the window, not because you earned it, because you exist. I am inherently worthy of premium experience. My worthiness is not a reward. It is my baseline. I receive luxury without guilt because it belongs to me. There is a version of you who has already taken every trip you are currently calling in. They have the passport with the stamps. They know which hotels in which cities have the views worth paying for. They have a relationship with elevation. Not an anxious one, not a guilty one, but a clean, comfortable, matter-of-fact relationship. They upgrade when they can, and they receive it gracefully. They plan itineraries that cost more than they once thought possible, and they move through them without the running calculation of whether it was worth it. That person is you, not a different you. The same one, slightly further along the timeline, having made the choices and done the releasing that you are doing right now. They want to give you something. Permission. Permission to begin living the upgraded version immediately, not to wait until the bank balance is larger, not to wait until you have proven something to the part of you that inherited the doubt. Begin now. Choose elevated. Receive fully. Let the future self reach back and pull you forward. You are already the person who lives this way. The only work left is to stop disagreeing with it. I am becoming my future self now, not later. I give myself full permission to live at the premium level today. The first class life is mine, and I am stepping into it. Everything in this session is now integrating. The identity layer, the part of you that knows, without performance or apology, that you belong in premium environments, is stronger now than when we began. The inherited voice that said luxury was for someone else has grown quieter. You can still hear it if you listen for it, but it no longer has the volume it had. It is losing ground to something truer. The abundance layer, your body's sense of the first-class seat, the suite, the champagne before departure, the table with the view, is registered now as a real possibility, not a fantasy. Your nervous system has a clearer signal of what you are available to receive. The action layer knows. Book it. Choose the better room. Say yes to the upgrade. The gratitude layer is open and warm. The worthiness layer is settled. Not argued for, just known. The future self has handed you the blueprint and you have accepted it. The ancestral pattern that told you luxury was not yours is releasing from your body now. Not violently, gently, the way inherited things release when they are finally seen and thanked and set down. Your ancestors survived. You are expanding. Both things are true and both things are honored. You are now someone who lives the first-class life, not as aspiration, but as fact. Before you step back into your day, one immediate practice. You are going to create what I call a luxury travel ledger. This is not a vision board, not a wish list. It is a declaration. Open a notebook, a notes app, anything that will hold the words, and write down 5 travel experiences you are actively calling in. For each one, include 3 things: the destination, the accommodation tier, be specific, not vague, and 1 single sensory detail. Not a category, a specific detail. The sound the ice makes in the glass by the hotel pool, the exact shade of the light through the cabin window at altitude, the weight of the linen. 1 detail that your body can feel. This is the practice. Specificity is how the pattern knows you mean it. For the community, in the comments, I want to hear 1 travel experience you have told yourself you could not afford, that you are now claiming. Name it, say it publicly. The act of naming it out loud, where someone else can read it, is its own kind of booking. This channel releases a new session every week, each one targeting a specific pattern between where you are and the life you are building. Subscribe so you don't miss what's next. Until next time, keep expanding.